everything is evolving in a positive manner. Well, greetings once again. Here we are, another Sunday in beautiful Guyana, created by our Father, the Creator. Today being Father's Day, I guess we got to give thanks to that Father for creating all of us and creating the Garden of Eden for us to live in. We have to maintain it though. That's what he said after man sinned. We have to maintain the garden. And that means you would be like the Father who maintains the earth going on and on, and us being here. So today being Father's Day, I've heard programs speaking on fatherhood and fathers, but today I want to speak of the Father of Guyana. That's what I want to speak about. And you know that when you're sitting in the seat of Mr. Burnham, then you're sitting the Father of Guyana's seat. Also, if you're sitting in the seat of Mr. Jagan, for another section of the population, you're sitting in the Father's seat. And my problem is the same problem. The people who sit in the seat of the Father of the nation, or the fathers of the nation, did not maintain, are not maintaining the Father's creation, which is what man was asked to do when the Creator created this earth. Similarly, if a man creates an institution, if a father builds a building or a company, it is expected that the son or sons or daughters would carry on in the same vein, because what was built always takes great sacrifice. So you would not want your father's sacrifice to go down. So I'm not going to talk about the father's man. I want to talk about the father of the nation. Because all the other fathers depend on what is done by the father of the nation, or whoever is sitting in the seat of the father of the nation. Because father denotes a certain authorization. I won't call it authority, I call it authorization. Because what we have on earth here is authorization. And we have the authorization from the Creator, the Father, the Creator. He gave us authorization to do on the earth as He would like. And this is a question that people who sit in the seat of Father of nations need to ask themselves. Is what you are doing or going to do is in tune with what the Father, the Creator, would want for His children? Because, remember, you are sitting in the seat of the Father of the nation over His children. So is in the Creator, the Father's seat that you are sitting, because He is the Father of all the people on the earth. So it is a very serious post. Now, the word serious is a word that is not much used in Guyana. It's like the word evil. Evil is not much used. But the word for certain things is evil. But because it's such a judgmental word, people cast it aside. Similarly, the word serious, people don't like it. You don't have to have your face serious to be serious. As a matter of fact, the most serious people don't have the face serious. They be smiling, or they be just pleasant. They are usually unassuming, but more on the pleasant side. You know, Castro is not a man who have a scowl on his face. Neither was Burnham such a person. Neither was Mugabe. Neither was a man like Bruce Lee. You know, Xi Jinping always has a slight smile, piece of a smile on his face. You know, they are unassuming. You don't have to have your face serious. You know, that's when you want to scare people. So seriousness is a problem in Guyana. And I am saying that because to be sitting in the seat of the father of a nation is a very, very serious matter. You can cause a lot of people to prosper or a lot of people to suffer. That's why leadership is not something that many people gravitate to, you know. Check it. You will see. Many people do not gravitate to leadership because it is a hot seat. The seat of the father of a nation is a hot seat, a very hot seat. So you have to have thick skin first of all. You have to have a great sense of humor. And you have to have a lot of humility. From the time you have a lot of ego, from the time you want status, which is another word I want to deal with tonight, because that word is probably the biggest problem in the world today. Status. It's an evil word, you know. I know some people are shocked that I would say that. But I'm telling you it's an evil word. That word status reeks of discrimination and disrespect. The Almighty Father would tell you that because He made all things equal. Who made status? A man must be given his due. According to his work, he must be paid. But status is a different thing. That is something a man earned. A man's due is what he earned. People don't earn status. People are given status. And people love to have status, even if they don't deserve status. It's like a prize. But it's not a good prize. Because regardless of what you have achieved, you are supposed to be of humility. Now, the European created that which is called status. And you will see the dictionary word like socialite. Social is a good word. Socialism is a good word in the dictionary, the Webster Dictionary. And there's also socialite. Socialite now is the status people. You know. Now this word is the word which runs things in the apartheid world, where some people have this status, some people have this status, some people have this status, some people have this status. You could go down or you could go high. But who is the author of status? Who says who have what status? Who will you say is the authority for status in the earth? Who? Well, the Europeans, or a section of Europeans, the elites, have given that word credence. They who have created an apartheid world gave status to the people at the top, and high status and low status to people at the bottom. And they created a whole world to go along with it. Now, the reason why we have manual labor, for example, this is to show you what these people did with the system. That's why I keep warning our leaders of following the European system. Because to follow the European system is to promote what the Europeans promote, which is status and the destruction of your people. Now, this status was created by evil, by killing, robbing, enslaving people. This is why it can't be good. It wasn't created by intellectual achievement, which is what they try to illusion people that it is. No. It was created by evil, killing, murder, and robbery. And I don't know how we can allow our history, because we were the main persons who this degradation was exercised on. How we could allow Europeans to be operating in this manner and try to lead us along this manner, as if they created this through intelligence. They have media, and they plaster the media with all of this, as if it's real. The wisest persons in the African society are the ones who have to ensure that this European false culture is not allowed to rule African people. Because, you see, the European comes to rule you with his culture, you know. This is what he comes to do. And our leaders are allowing them to do this. Many all over the world. And that means they have accepted this status business, and of course, they are given a false smile by the Europeans, making them believe they have arrived in their status kingdom, even if it's at the bottom. And of course, their people are not. So, our leaders cannot cast aside our history. The Europeans have already done that. But they cannot get away with it. We don't allow them. Definitely, the English are the greatest enemy of Africans in the modern time. I can show you this clearly from Rastafari. For when Rastafari started up in the West, in Jamaica, where followers of Marcus Garvey looked in their Bible and looked at the history at the present time of His Majesty being crowned and started to praise His Majesty as the King of Kings, which was written in the newspaper at that time. You couldn't have said, like how people try to speak now, that this is not real. It was in every paper. You go to Spain, it was in Spain paper. You go to England, it was in England paper. You go to France, it was in France's paper. Even the National Geographic, I think it's a 1930 or 1931 issue. 1931 issue, because it was November 1930, His Majesty was coronated. 1931 issue. They did a whole spread, pages with pictures I never saw. National Geographic of 1931. I can't remember the exact month, but they did a whole spread on that coronation of the King of Kings in Addis Ababa, where each and every president of every European country either went or sent an ambassador, a top ambassador, to the coronation. So, coming back to the point, or returning to the point, the followers of Marcus Garvey in Jamaica started to praise His Majesty. And there was one, Leonard Percival Howell, who we just on the 16th of June celebrated as Howell Day in Guyana here. He started to tell the Africans who he was gathering, right, to, when they sing the anthem, because the Queen had them singing God Save the Queen. And he told them, when they sing the anthem, don't sing it for the Queen of England. Sing it for King Selassie of Ethiopia, because he is the king he is the Redeemer. He was thrown in jail in 1932. And that's only the first time. He died in jail, because it's several times they threw him in jail, and they injected him and all of that, because they considered him crazy to be telling people not to sing the anthem for the Queen, but to sing it for King Selassie of Ethiopia. So it shows you that the Europeans always come to rule you. And that's why we have to have leaders who resist this domination and rulership of our culture, where our culture does not exist. It cannot exist if we're going to be following what Europeans tell us to follow. And what we do will be things to please them. It's similar like the picture of Jesus. They come to dominate you with their culture, their version of things. Do you know how many different peoples we have? Why do we have different peoples? Why we don't only have one people? Tell me. Because all the stories have to come together and produce the truth. That's why everyone has to be given their hearing. And people should be encouraged to be intelligent and learn the truth and investigate the truth and analyze the truth. We lack proper analysis in this country. I stressed on it, I think it's the last program or the program before. Proper analysis, whereby you will be given accurate information that can be corroborated by other information from other persons that you look and you compare and you see. If all of us go to an exam, we all got to give the same answers to the questions. where it's appropriate. If we have to write in our own words, it's a different thing. But where there are specific answers, we all got the same answers. So how come when we're dealing with running our society, we're not having the same answers? And that's because people speak without thinking. And they don't understand that the system of thinking that they're following is an illusion. It will lead us nowhere. And it has led all the countries who follow Europeans nowhere. America is at the top because it uses guns and bombs, military. That's why Ireland is not at the top. That's why the others who don't exercise those powers are not at the top. America exercises the most military power of all the nations on the earth and all the European nations. England follow them next, and France. So, the father of the nation is what I'm dealing with tonight, who is a representative of the father of the whole earth in this part of the earth, because that's the facts. The person who's representing this country at all forums where they speak, they will say, this ambassador or this minister representing the father of the nation, the president, who's sitting in the seat of the father of the nation. That is why the word seriousness is what is lacking. And people want to sit in the seat and not be questioned. You have to be questioned when you sit in the seat of leadership, because what you do will affect many, many people. This is the error Mr. Hyde did. He let the Europeans kerfuffle his head and made him follow them, and he never looked at the consequences of his actions on the people. Now, a man's own words is what judges him, you know. That's why the Bible tells you the word is a two-edged sword. It's not one edge it has, it's a two-edged sword. You gotta be careful how you're handling it. So, a man's words is his own judgment. And I'm saying that because I don't control the facts on this earth. And the facts that a man creates of himself is of himself, is by himself. And it's just like what's happening with Mr. Trump. It's just like what's happening even with Comey. Because you speak things to other people. You're not by yourself. People hear, people record. So you have to defend. And when you're dealing with the people's business, because when you're sitting in the seat of the father nation, you're dealing with the people's business. The people have to have a hand in it. Many persons do not know what it takes to be the leader of people. Because most people who go into that position have never led people before. Being in charge of an office, that's not what we're talking about. Being in charge of some position you were given, that's not what we're talking about. The point is, have you ever led any people of your own accord? Get these people to follow you. You have a group of people. This is what Borenham did, this is what Jagan did. How many people can you say that you have that would follow you? If you said, let's go. So, if you can't even lead 5 people and 10 people, how could you want to be leader? The world is very, very serious and very technical, you know. And that's why, in the earlier days, it's not anyone was looking to be the leader. Now today, is anybody want to be leader? Anyone think they should be the leader? And the party system create a system whereby you could just slide in the seat. And you never lead even 10 people before. You even got 10 people right there, and then who would follow you anywhere? Have confidence in you. You know what America rules with? Money. That's what that place rules with, you know. And brainwash. America is brainwashed. They're the #1 country in the world, blah, 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 blah. They're the head of democracy. They got a list of illusion. The most undemocratic country in the world is America. They sound like madness I talking. You want us to check their records? Ask black people. They live in there since before America was proclaimed. And they will tell you that they ain't got the rights. How the police behave among them. How the system operates around them. So, you being in a position of the father of the nation is a very serious matter. Can you take care of all the people in the world like the Almighty has done? Which you know you are being allowed to take care of all the people in your country. Fortunately, we don't have many people to feed. So it befuddles me that we are at this stage. That means something really, really wrong is going on. We're supposed to already have ourselves well fed. Our athletes, footballers, and enough people going to enough things don't even be well fed. I can tell you that. And this is why, in being the father of the nation, Burnham had price control. Because just like our father in the house has got to make sure the children eat, this is how he operates. Got to make sure. He had rent control because all the children got to live in a house. Not on the street like today. You know, only people sleeping on pavement. On a night, they don't live nowhere. I see Guyana change from what I know Guyana. Guyana has more pressure than it had in Burnham's time. The people who analyze, let's call the time of Burnham a dictatorship. And tyranny, I laugh. Tyranny is when after, you ain't got time after you come out to work to go and do nothing. You don't have free time for even your children. This tyranny. Born time that daylight saving time. People had 3 hours after work to do garden, this, no pressure, because what? Rent will not be going up tomorrow, neither prices of the food ain't going up tomorrow. For certain, you could go and sleep comfortable. You ain't going in tomorrow and see the milk. Oh God, look at the price of the milk now. No, you ain't going to see that. You could sleep comfortably in warm time. Very, very good. People never made an innocent analysis of what was really going on. I was in the state of being a child. That's why I made clean analysis. And I said child, I talk about 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You know, I remember everything that used to go on because I understood the influence, because I understood how much money my mom used to receive from my father pay. I understood how much he used to get per month. I understood how soon the money used to finish before the month finished. Because mothers that's got children around them, send them in the shop, tell them, and you know there's acts of things. So one thing my mother used to tell you exactly was it. There's all the money get, there's all we got. So I understood, and I understood what was going on. And that time, Guyana was a sharper place. You know, it was sharp with the fact that there we produced scholars that went all over the world, this, that, and be great positions in other countries, in the Caribbean and other parts of the world, all in Africa, all over. Yeah. And in even America and Canada. Because we were sharper. Now, in being the father of the nation, I can tell you that you just want the best for your children when you're a father. So, I could tell you straight that Borna wanted the best as the father of the nation for us. Now, I could tell you that all the schools were slowly going to be turning like Queen's College. And I'm telling you, Queen's College was a sovereign school. So I'm telling you, at 11 years old, just because I passed common entrance, me had to achieve nothing. I see people try to disrespect you now. I achieved certain things already, and people still try to disrespect in the sense of not give you your due. I ain't had to do nothing. And at 11 years old, I was treated like a sovereign. I was given a free education in a sovereign school. When I say sovereign school, everything was in order. Had your own classroom. It had its own lavatory. We ain't gotta go to the next classroom lavatory, you know. Every classroom had its own lavatory. The school had everything available, ground, this, that, gardening, beekeeping society, drama society, music society. It was a sovereign school, everything. The only thing that they didn't give was in the morning break, well, give you a cheese roll. Because remember, plenty mornings I ain't got meal, I ain't got little change to go and buy a cheese roll, and I could have eat a cheese roll. A few people who family got a little more money was able to eat a cheese roll. Once in a while I'd get a cheese roll. That's all they need. That's the only thing that they didn't do. Like give a cheese roll meal or something in the morning. But everything else was in order. I ain't had to do nothing. I was just 11 years old. I was given the sovereign treatment. And then when I turned Rasta, and I took on the title Ras, that's what Ras means. And the Bible shows you that the Father created you and made you kings. So, king means sovereign. And that's why when I read in the Constitution, it says sovereignty belongs to the people. I see with this thing is how people supposed to be treated is like kings, with respect. That's why I'm talking about this status thing. Because in this status thing, this is how the white man throw down the black society and get its leaders who fall in his culture to keep the people down and throw the people down. Now, we're not supposed to have anything calling it manual labor. That's what the white man make. Mason is manual labor. Cement, carpenter work is manual labor. Gardening is manual labor. That's what the white man make. We need to dismiss the word manual. They are not named manual labor, they got labor. And according to the quality of a man's work, he's supposed to get paid because it got to do with hours. So this is what the white man did again. In order to pay people next to nothing for their good work, no matter how much excellent mason you are, got this floor looking brilliant, the wall looking brilliant, you are doing manual work. No matter how master carpenter you making, you can make all the furniture in this room, you are doing manual work. We never had them things in our society. That's why certain words we have to eliminate. They're not of us. They are not of us. Status is not of us. And that's one thing I could say about Mr. Bonham. He never complains status upon people. You could be the poorest man in Guyana. He never plays status upon people. As we say, the small man must be a real man. A real man is a man that is respected and knows to respect himself because he is of that. So, the status war that the white man make has destroyed our culture. In the ancient time, the king would call for the masons, the artisans, the carpenters, etc. These were respected people for their skill of making things decorative, pleasant to the sight. Because aesthetics is a serious thing of humanity. That's why the Father made the earth how he made it, designed it. And similarly, when people are building, look at the creations they found in the pyramids, in Tutankhamun, his mask, as well as the artisans did this work. So we have to come out of that European thinking. And this is why in one of the Constitution mandates, I think it's Article number 25, it speaks of there should be no distinction or discrimination between mental and physical labor. No, it's not 25, it is Article... I'm going to find it. It's on discrimination. Let me look at the original. I want to read what the article said because it's a very important article to show you that as Father of the Nation, Bonham even dealt with that aspect. The role of labor, the right and duty to work, the right to leisure, right to medical attention and social care. There's articles 21, 22, 23, and 24. 25 is duty to improve the environment. 26, right to housing. 27, right to education. 28, the youth. Even Article 32, duty to prevent crime and protect public property. 33, duty to defend the state. Oh, as Article 34, abolition of discriminatory distinctions. Abolition of discriminatory distinctions. Article 34. And it says here, it is the duty of the state, read again, it is the duty of the state to enhance the cohesiveness of the society by eliminating discriminatory distinctions between classes, between town and country, and between mental and physical labor. Let me run it again. Article 34, abolition of discriminatory distinctions. It is the duty of the state to enhance the cohesiveness of the society by eliminating discriminatory distinctions between classes, between town and country, and between mental and physical labor. So, the European put mental labor, which is being at a desk, over physical labor, which he called manual labor, which is total nonsense. You should encourage the garbage men to do an excellent job and give them proper pay like any other public servant. They are public servants. The people who clean the gutters, not just some little boys you pick up somewhere. You need to get proper jobs for them to do a proper job because they will not do proper jobs. And in some places the jobs were sloppy and it was under contract people who skimming money and all this kind of thing. We gotta get a proper system in place, else there will be lots of dissatisfaction. That's why it speaks about abolition of discriminatory distinctions. And that's something a father shouldn't have between his children. But this is what's happening in our society. So we have to change that. And we cannot have Europeans, because every time I look, I see Europeans leading or present in everything that we're doing. Nothing wrong with being present, but they are even in our offices directing. Because this is the attitude they have when they lend money. As a matter of fact, they bring money to you because they want to control you, control your culture, and keep your culture inferior. You're supposed to have a proud culture where you speaking to them on your ideas. Your ideas. Don't you have ideas? Don't we have ideas? So I want to say to the 11th Parliament, which is the Parliament that we're still in, the oath that you signed said, I, whatever your name is, do hereby solemnly declare that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the people of Guyana, that I will faithfully execute the office of member of the National Assembly without fear or favor, affection or ill will, and that in the execution of the function of that office, I will honor, uphold, and preserve the Constitution of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. I wanted to speak on cooperatives, right? Because that is the way our forefathers was able to achieve purchasing all those villages that they did purchase. And in the Constitution, the cooperative is also there as the chief vehicle which is expected to be used to build the people. So my next program, I will be dealing with cooperatives and people who have cooperatives that they want to announce because they're looking for membership, right, can call me, right? My number is 676-8878, 676-8878, or my landline 226-5512, 226-5512. So the cooperative can be returned to its rightful position, and it's also the vehicle to unite the people. My next program, I will speak more on cooperatives and where we're going and what is our system that we need to continue if there is no better system. And I have not heard any other part of the nation or potential part of the nation bringing forward any other system for us to use. My time has come to an end on this Father's Day, and I will see you in the next 2 weeks. Thanks to Safe TV, thanks to Brother Dominic. See you in the next 2 weeks.